Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Thanks for being here today. Hope all is well. You know, as we approach the end of this year, I think everyone's now starting to think about New Year's resolutions, New Year's intentions. Smile if you've ever made a New Year's resolution. Smile if you've never kept them. It's just an impossible thing. And I think especially this year, we're just kind of narrowing our wishes, and it's just to get through this year and start with a brighter future. But for right now, I think I want to talk about how to approach this end of year transition, this time of the year when we're looking forward to just starting fresh and making some new commitments to ourselves that we're going to do various things that make a difference. One of our bloggers, Cheryl Hughes, wrote this article, which I absolutely love. It gave me so much to think about. It was about this the transition she's making from no more New Year's resolutions for her. She's going to choose one word and as her kind of mantra, and that's going to be her guidance for the rest of the year. I thought it was just such a great approach. Anyway, she says, even if you just choose one word or one phrase, you can get more focus and direction than if you try to, sort of eat the whole thing at once, the whole big, lose weight, gain, make more money, whatever the big ones are. Break it down to an attitude rather than an achievement. And I think that attitude is so powerful, and it can really guide you. This year, my word was, I think it was sparkle or shine. I can't remember which one it was, but I basically made a promise that I was going to try not to buy any more black, as I'm wearing black, but also to just have a sparkling attitude to life, just see the glow in everything. And I didn't know at the beginning of the year when I stated that intention that it was going to be such a year. But I kept going, and I think I hopefully did add some sparkle to my life and to that of others. So that was my goal. But anyway, she talks about a book that she read, and I'm going to tell you the name of it in a second, that inspired her to do this practice of choosing one word and then using that as your guidance for all the activities that you do in the next year. So she talks, for example, some very unfortunate things happened to her in her life, but she said it started 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years when she chose the word, what was it? It was called balance. That was a time when she was retiring. She was had been a teacher, and knew that her life was going to be completely different once she had retired. So her goal for that year was balance. That was her word. And what that meant was that she was going to do things, the actions were going to be work out, stay active, eat good food and stay healthy, sort out friendships and balancing relationships. And that was the word that then guided her through the whole year. Apparently she said that she didn't want to do housework all the time or read all the time, which is her natural inclination, not the housework, but the reading. And she was going to find balance between taking time for herself and reading and time for her situation and things like cleaning the house. Her husband also had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, so she had to stay at home. In fact, that was a guidance for her in retiring, so she could be at home with him. He was getting not very, very well. So she said she took all those things, the actions that she had to do to align with the word balance: exercise, good food, look after her husband, take care of the house, and nurture herself. And then she said one thing she did, which I thought was really cool, was she started a Pinterest board. She went up to Pinterest, opened an account, and started putting things on her Pinterest board that were supportive of that word. So, yoga positions, home activities, books, all those kinds of things. And she kept that as a reminder to herself of what the priority was. Maybe, your word would be something else, like travel or relationships or whatever. You can think of a list of them. We're going to go through a few ideas in a minute. But for her, it was balance. Actually, that's a really good word. I think I might steal that one. It seems like we all need a bit of balance in the new year. But that was hers. Anyway, then year 2 for her was adventure. That was her word for the next year, because she wanted to do some travel. This was before COVID. This is like 2019, where she was traveling. I think she did an RV journey, or she took some trips that were truly adventurous. She just, she really got into it and did her trips. And that was, her magic. And that was her word. Adventure kind of came to life through doing those things. I think she did I think she didn't mention a specific, but read her article. She goes into great detail on all of this. But you can imagine an RV trip or doing, a cruise or just something that was adventurous to you. And it certainly didn't have to be expensive. It could just be something very small that was, something you really wanted to try for the first time. Take tango lessons or dancing or, learn how to cook. That might be adventurous. That would be adventurous to me for sure, to learn how to cook. But anyway, year 3 for her was courage. Her husband's condition declined. She just knew that it was going to be a tough year, and that was her year. That was her next word, was courage. And I think that she's now looking at what on earth is going to be happening in 2021. 2021, what is the word? And someone like Cheryl's been doing this for a few years, so she actually knows the way it works and how you can help yourself. But she said, here's some questions for you to ask yourself if you are in your mind right now thinking, I am not doing any more resolutions. See how that turned out in 2020. I'm going to do something a bit more, just personal. And I'm going to ask myself some questions and choose a word that's going to help me grow in this next year. So here's some questions that Cheryl says you might want to consider. Things like, what character trait do I need for 2021? I mean, for her, it was courage a couple of years ago. Is there a trait? Could that be the word? Could it be curiosity? Could it be adventure? Could it be re-engaging? What kind of personality trait? Get out more. Who knows what the situation is going to be with our COVID reality? But anyway, but the point is there a personality trait? Something that in your personality you want to grow with, not change, just grow with. What aspect of my life do I want to improve? Is there something that you're doing right now that you want to change? Is it something to do with your eating habits, your sleeping habits, your just general activities? Is there something that you want to shift from? Are you planning any changes that you know are going to require focus on a certain word? Like for example, Cheryl saying that she needed to get ready for retirement. And so she knew that balance was going to be the thing. Are you getting divorced? Or have you lost someone to you this year for you? Is that something that's happened to you? Are you planning a change in your marital situation or in your relationships? Are you going to become a grandmother? Are there things that are going to happen that that you need to plan for, that there are going to be some changes? Is there something from your life missing that you want? Do you want a relationship? Do you want to move house? Is there something in your world that's missing that you want to fill this year? I think it's a really powerful question. What personal characteristics do I need to practice in my life in this next year? What personal characteristics? That could be something like you want to stop doing something that's not good for you, or you want to start doing something that is good for you. It could be any one of those things, but what personal characteristics do you want to shift? So maybe those are just a couple of ideas to come up with, and maybe it's popped into your head right away. Last year when I did sparkle or shine, it was like right there for me. I knew I could not buy any more black dresses. And I know this is kind of black, but it's silver. And it's kind of my little top. I'm going to wear this. I don't know when this video will go out, but it'll be around New Year's. So this is kind of my new look for the new year. Maybe that's part of my look. So I want to be more, I don't know. I just want to be more, again, it's sparkly. I can't use that word again. Maybe I can. Anyway, I'll think of a word. We'll work on this together. What's your word? This is the most important thing. What is the book that she mentioned, by the way, is the book is called My One Word, and it's by Mike Ashcraft and Rachel Olson. Didn't Rachel Olson write a book about the environment? Maybe I've got two people mixed up. Anyway, the book is called My One Word. That's the name of the book. And maybe it'll be a word like tenacity, resilience, strength. Maybe it will be recovery. Maybe it will be, what might your word be for the next year? Maybe it will be adventure. Maybe it will be bravery. Maybe it will be focus or balance. Maybe you really, really want to get healthy, and so your focus is going to be all about well-being. That's a hyphenated word, so that counts. That's one word. But that's the thing. Do you want to be bolder or more courageous? Do you want to be vocal, more adventurous? I'm taking some notes here from Cheryl. More balanced, kinder, loving. Do you want to be a better listener? Those are not they're not resolutions. They are words. They are words that create a ripple around you. So if you think of the word resilience, what are you going to do that's going to show resilience? I think that might be my word for next year, something like resilience or tenacity, because I think that all of us have gotten a little beaten down by just the pressure of the last year, and maybe it's something completely new. I definitely want to travel more this year, so there's a little bit more of a discovery. Maybe that's my word, but I have to think about this. I really can't decide. And maybe that's not for me to do right now, and it's for you to think about this approach to resolutions, rather than doing a resolution that's like, I'm never going to, drink again. I'm never going to, I'm going to improve my diet. I'm going to never eat meat again. Whatever. Those things are doomed. Doomed to failure. So choose a word instead. Check out that little book, My One Word, and see if that gives you some inspiration. You can read the reviews on Goodreads, and you don't have to buy the book, but it might just give you some inspiration and ideas. So thank you, Cheryl, for writing this beautiful little story, and it's on the website if you want to read it yourselves. But I think it's kind of inspirational, and I'm going to do some thinking about it. By the time this is published, hopefully I will be able to add my word in the comment section. But put yours there now. Okay, everybody, have a really great day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and celebrate the new year with love, kindness, compassion, and a sense that we're heading towards a better time, something more positive. Wherever we are at this moment that you're watching this, it may not feel like that, but I know it's going to be okay. I just do. I think we all have to believe that. And it's no waver in my voice. It's no hesitation. I just know we're going to make it. We're going to be okay. So take really good care. We'll talk again very soon, and have a wonderful day of your life wherever you are right now. Take good care. Love you all.